10 of this game devlog. This week I participated in a game jam with a friend. We didn't quite manage to finish our game, but it was still a very fun experience. I was planning to make a complete episode about that game jam, but the footage I gathered simply wasn't interesting enough. I've put a link in the description for you to download our game if you want to. Now that it's Monday, I can get back to work on the main game. Today I finished the partition generator so that it now also includes the outside streets. Previously, they were left out because the generator was based on the algorithm I used to detect rooms in the buildings, and obviously I don't want any rooms on the outside. Today I want to make the village look more realistic. While the look of the buildings also needs some work, I want to start with the way they are distributed across the city. As a first step, I created a search framework that tries to find the optimal partition for a given set of requirements. These buildings all want to be close to that intersection and have a size of 50 to 70 square meters. They are avoiding the corner partitions because they are too large. Now I can actually create the different types of buildings I want in this village. I'll start with a simple peasant house. It should be a single floor building with wooden and clay walls and a straw roof. I can reuse certain parts of the existing code, but will also have to write a lot of new things, so this will probably take the rest of the week. To start off, I want to create a thatched roof. I start off extremely simple with just a single shape. Next, I work on the top to make it more rounded. I was able to use the same path system I used for the roads to create a circular arch at the top. It might look like half of the roof is missing here, but that's just because they are only opaque from one direction, which is done to speed up rendering. Next, I added some variation. The roof is split into many segments and each of them is moved up or down a bit. But this still looks a bit artificial. I break up the clear ridges, but I also adding some height variation running along each segment. This does, however, make the many similar sized segments of the roof very obvious. I eliminated this by making the segments less uniformly sized. The algorithm ensures there are more segments at the top curve so that it is nice and round, while the flat parts get larger segments. I also eliminated the fixed height offset of each groove because it did not look good. I'm pretty happy with the roof surface now. It does, however, lack a bit of depth. I want to fix that by working on the edges. I was attempting to curve down the ends, but apparently did something wrong. After some slight adjustment, I have now added a nice curve to the ends. In reality, thatched roofs have a slightly different shape at the end, but I'm not really aiming for complete photorealism here. Now all that's left is closing up the sides. This was far more difficult to get right than the other ends, but I think it looks quite acceptable now. That's it for this week. It was slightly shorter than usual because I worked on the game jam during the weekend, but I hope you still enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and see you next time.